I just want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Lions Club of Tortola to welcome you to our this press brief this morning, which is with regards to our first cabinet meeting being held here on the island after some 16 years. I have here with me this morning our District Governor, District 60B, Lion Lloyd Barker, affectionately known as Umpire Barker. Our second Vice District Governor 60B, Lion Izzet McCullough, President of the Lions Club of Tortola, Lion Jeremy Hodge, and President of the Leo Club of Tortola, Leo Kamika Forbes. I am Marvin Grant, Chairperson of the meeting. We basically ask you to be here with us this morning so that you can ask more of our District Governor a whole lot of questions about Lionism, how strong it is, where he wants to take it, how he's going to take it there. So with that said, I now hand over to our District Governor, Lion Lloyd Barker.
Thank you very much, Lion Marvin, and it's a pleasure to be on the lovely island of Tortola for my first visit. I know it is going to be productive, and I look forward to interaction with the Lions from Tortola as well as the Leos, of course, who are very dear to my heart. And I am sure that you, the members of the press, are going to ask us some questions. I sincerely hope that Lion Izzet and I will be able to answer them. I hope we have the answers, and if we don't, we will certainly get them as soon as possible, because our aim is to make sure that you understand Lionism and that you understand exactly what it is we do and why we do it. There's always a problem with voluntary organizations where we tend to, as someone said, make sure they're the best kept secret. In terms of the Lions, we want to make sure that you fully understand what it is that we are doing. That's it.
Thank you, Lion District Governor. I share your feelings of elation in many areas, because this is also my first time to BVI. It's a beautiful place. The persons we have met here who are involved in Lionism are dedicated, among the best certainly in District 60B. I'm very optimistic about what is happening, having met the president of your Leo Club and some of your officials this morning. We have a lot of plans for District 60B, which will be manifested not only through Lion District Governor here, but the first Vice District Governor, who is not here with us this morning, and myself, for the next 3 to 4 years. And we are looking forward to getting the Lions and Leos of BVI involved in these plans. They're tremendous, going to impact heavily on our society. And as far as our being able to serve the needy persons, we know we have the support of all the Lions and Leos here, but of the population of BVI, as well as the administrators, who have told us quite openly that they're looking forward to increasing our involvement in your island and your community. Thank you very much for having us. We are going to be here for a few days, and already we are having a very, very good time. And it augurs well, because it means we're likely to come back in the very near future and to take advantage of your beautiful island and your beautiful people. Thank you.
Yes, hello. I'm Jeremy Hodge, President of the Lions Club of Tortola. I want to say a hearty hello to all of you who are watching. I also want to extend a warm welcome to our Governor and Deputy District Governor, to our beautiful shores. Also a warm welcome to all of you, not only our fellow Lions brethren, but also our brothers and sisters from the region. We have a number of events planned, not only the cabinet meeting, which it's a joy to host here in the beautiful Virgin Islands for 2011-2012. We have a number of events planned. I want to take this opportunity to extend to all Lions, in particular those of Tortola, that we take this opportunity while we have these fellows in these red jackets, which mean they're at the top of the heap. We use this opportunity to plan effectively on the direction and the way forward to do what we do best. As our motto stands, we serve, and we serve our people. So with that said, we'll also be ensuring that especially our district governor and deputy district governor, not only witness the beauty of Tortola, but also the geographic beauty of the most beautiful destination on earth, over to Virgin Garden and what have you. And welcome, Governor and Deputy Governor.
Thank you.
We now ask our Leo President to give a few remarks, after which the members of the press of the media, can ask questions of our District Governor. Thank you.
I would like to echo the sentiments of our Lion President. It was indeed a pleasure this morning to meet our District Governor as well as our second Vice District Governor. I want to welcome all the visiting Lions and Leos to our shores. As Leo President, on behalf of the Leo Club, welcome. Do enjoy your stay, and I'm looking forward to the most productive, engaging, and fulfilling meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Leo President. I now hand over to the press. If you have any questions of our District Governor, please feel free to do so at this point.
Good morning. My name is Beverly Lewis from ZPPI Radio. District Governor Barker, over the next few days, 4 days or so, what is expected to happen at those meetings?
Well, thank you, Beverly. Over the course of the rest of the week, this affords us the opportunity to formulate our direction, to indicate exactly where we are heading. Just a little history, if you like. As District Governor, I would have assumed office at the beginning of July. The office runs for 1 year. You are District Governor for 1 year. During that year, you are expected to have your district improved. Now, the district, for those of you who don't understand, runs from, I think, the Cayman Islands all the way down to Grenada. And it includes 20 or 21, I can't get them counted, either 20 or 21 islands. There are, at the moment, 61 clubs with just around 2,000, just under 2,000 Lions. And I believe there are just over 30 Leo clubs. So my task is to bring them together, to make sure that you know about them, you know what it is we are doing, and to do it even better than we are doing it so far. So I would have established what we call a cabinet, that is officers, first Vice District Governor, who will be here shortly, and my second Vice District Governor, Lion Isaac, and then there are what we call region and zone chairmen and several district officers. Now, in terms of the cabinet, we take the cabinet, we put it together, and we decide exactly what we are going to do over the course of the next year. I have several plans in my mind and on paper as well, and especially as it relates to the Leos, they are dearest to my heart, and I really want to see them improve, as well as the health of our district. In terms of the diabetic situations, in terms of HIV and AIDS, and I want a good public relations campaign going. So all these things we'll be discussing over the course of the next week, hopefully, where we can put it together and I can put people in place to make sure they carry out my plans and proposals and so on. We have a strategic plan and a succession plan that we also want to look at, just to make sure that the district remains in good hands and does the things which Lions Club International want us to do. Lions Club International, they set the tone. Each year they set the tone, what they want. We want to increase membership, for example. But at the same time, we want to make sure that the membership that we do increase is a quality member, a quality membership, people who really want to do things. I've spoken a mouthful because there are a lot of things we want to do, and my predecessors in office have been pushing the district ahead. I want to make sure it doesn't fall back, make sure it moves on. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does. But in terms of the projects, because I noticed you mentioned HIV and other things like that, how exactly do you want it to improve? What are the things you want to do going forward in terms of improving it from what was there before?
Because in terms of HIV and AIDS, you know, it is grabbing most of our young and not so young people. So we want to educate them. So I have set up a committee which will do a lot of research and advise our young and our middle-aged people the best lifestyles they should carry. We don't want to suffer the losses of so many of our people through something that is avoidable.
Is there only one cabinet meeting throughout the entire year?
No, there are 4 cabinet meetings, but this is the first one.
Okay.
The first cabinet meeting is a cabinet meeting alone. This is just a cabinet meeting where we will have workshops, where we will educate the Lions in terms of protocol, in terms of membership and whatever. But there are 3 other cabinet meetings. The second cabinet meeting will be held in Guyana, and the cabinet meeting is a part of a bigger meeting where we are going to be having what we call a middle of the year conference in November, where the 2 districts, that's sub-district 60A, which comprises Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Suriname, and sub-district 60B, which as I indicated is the other 22 islands, will then come together for a major meeting in Guyana, and during that meeting we will have another cabinet meeting, as will District 60A. They will also have a cabinet meeting. But because of the difficulties in travel, the expense and so on, our 3rd cabinet meeting, we hold it at the moment online. So we try to do that during the month of February, where we have an online meeting. You know, we get as many Lions as possible involved, and the technology is so good these days that we are able to use it, you know, for that cabinet meeting. And then our final cabinet meeting comes towards the end of the year, which is in May, and that will be held in Trinidad. So there are 4 cabinet meetings, and the first one, we plan. Second and third one, how are the plans going? Fourth one, evaluate and prepare for those who are going to take over.
Well, I think you answered my next question, because this first meeting basically sets the tone.
Yes.
And at the other meetings, you will basically do the follow-ups.
And modify where it needs modifying and so on.
I'm going to bring it home a little in terms of BVI. How are you hoping to involve BVI Lions into what exactly you're doing? Because I know, what's his name, the deputy, he spoke about involving Lions from BVI. How are you hoping to do that?
Yes, thank you. Today, we had the opportunity of sitting with the governor and the premier. And we also had a long chat with the president of the Leo Club. Now, we have not had a cabinet meeting in BVI in some years. And for whatever those reasons are, it meant that we have been out of touch with what's happening here. Now, there's no doubt that there are a number of quality lands and Leos in BVI, and they can walk with us, and some of them can actually take leadership positions in the district to carry on the work and to work with us in the expansion modes that we plan to put in place. As such, we think that your potential has not been properly tapped. In essence, that's what we're saying. And we want to take full advantage of that, because there's a lot of persons here who are dedicated lands and have been for many, many years. And unfortunately for them and for us, we haven't taken full advantage, and we're going to stop that.
Would it be safe for me to say this meeting will also be a recruitment drive in terms of 4 BVI Lions? Seeing that it has been so
more accurately, let me tell you that one of the goals, certainly of this year, is to increase the matter of recruitment, because we are very concerned about the levels of recruitment and the levels of retention. So not only are we always looking for new lands, and this particular conference, press conference we're having here, is in a way saying to those persons who are viewers, please consider putting something back into your society by lending a helping hand and joining us to serve, not only in BVI, but throughout the Caribbean, as over 1.3 million persons are already doing around the world. So the answer is yes. And recruitment drive is going to be increased, as well as additional policies put in place for retention, so that the present lands are going to be happier lands, working harder and playing harder. That's what we want.
Thank you. Back to the district governor. I didn't think I got your core areas for your year.
My core areas, what, in general?
Yes.
Well, as I spoke about the Leo movement, I want to see the youth more involved. I want to see more of the youth more involved, joining with us in the Lions movement in carrying out our mandate. That's one of my premier goals, if you like. And then I spoke about health, diabetes, HIV and AIDS, and so on. And there are several other areas which I want to either improve on or look at it. For example, the public relations exercise, where the public in general does not really understand what is a Lions Club and what it is that we do. One of my aims is to sell Lionism, and I will be repeating this throughout the week. I want the John public to understand that we are volunteering, in a lot of cases at our own expense, because it is costly to travel. And a lot of the Lions that you will see here during the week have been traveling some distance at their own expense. Because at the end of the day, we want to learn from one another. Now, my goals are one thing, but it is another thing for the Lionistic movement in general to take these goals and run with them, whatever these goals will be. My core areas, those things that I really want done, and that at the end of the day, when I hand over to Lion Tony, I want to be able to sit back and say, yes, I have started something good. So for me to just tell you, well, it is health, and it is youth, and it is public relations, and so on, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, I can't do it alone. I have, I believe, selected fairly wisely a cross-section of Lions and Leos who will be assisting me in this effort during this year. And in this particular area, in this particular zone, because we have divided the district into regions, 4 regions and 10 zones. And each of those leaders have a particular task, which I shall make sure, with the assistance of my 2 vice governors, make sure that they are doing what they should be doing.
The president of the Lions Club here, being that your club hasn't hosted this event in 16 years, how significant is this event for your club and probably the territory in a whole?
Oh, well, the significance of having this cabinet meeting at this time is, one, we have decided that we're going to focus primarily on increasing our membership. We have been lagging in the area of membership for some time now. And the significance is that we can now have more of an opportunity to come under one direction. While we have the ear of the governor and the district governor, we intend to use this opportunity to get whatever ideas, whatever assistance we can get to promote Lionism. And I concur with him 100%, as I've shared with my board, that we must sell Lionism. Lionism is something I joined because of the level of humanitarianism that I continue to see within this club. Our focus is people, and I'm happy that we have the opportunity to meet with all our club members throughout the region, where we can share this message, where we can sit, strategize, and collaborate our ideas because from what I've seen, there's always power in unity. So from this tells me that we're moving forward as one, and as one power and one force to ensure that Lionism continues to grow and will grow as strong as it can be.
Finally, I'll go over to the Leo president. You notice the Leo names have been called a lot. And I would want to thank a lot of your members are going to be at this meeting. How are you looking forward to this meeting, particularly in assisting your club?
I find that whenever the Lions come together, it is a source of great motivation for Lions and Leos alike. The Leos are exposed to the workings of Lionism, and furthermore, it gives a sense of unity that I believe our Lion president was speaking about amongst the Lions and the Leos. And with that, we also intend to increase our membership. We're going to use this as an opportunity to showcase the Lion movement and the Leo movement as they walk in tandem generally. And basically, that is how we plan to benefit from that meeting. And also, we'll give our Leos an opportunity to view the more senior Lions and appreciate what it is that they have committed themselves to as we continue to strive to serve our community.
Are you going to be doing any project HIV related or health-wise for this year?
We have already, in fact, liaised with the National AIDS Program with Mrs. Noeline Levens-Clark, and we worked with her in the dissemination of condoms as well as educating the public about HIV/AIDS, prevention of STDs, STIs. So it's an ongoing movement, and we also have a regularly scheduled campaign in December for National AIDS Day, where we host a condom drive in the community. So HIV/AIDS has always been on the Leo Club of Tortola's agenda, and we continue to work in tandem with the National AIDS Program.
Oh, your final.
Finally, yes. I just want to say that opportunities such as this one, we are very happy to use, because, if the Lions do work and it goes unrecorded and nobody knows about it, then we don't get very far. So I'm calling on the media to support the Lions here in Tortola. Check on what they're doing. Assist them. I'm calling on the business houses, because a lot of what we do costs a lot of money. And, we are happy when business houses and organizations can come in and assist us. There are a lot of people out there who need us. And we are willing to give of our time and our money, and some of your money as well. We put it all together, and I guarantee you that at the end of the day, we are going to have a product that is worthwhile. I look forward to coming back to Tortola. I think it is I'm not sure if it is in September or October, where I have to come and conduct audits of the clubs. I look forward to coming back, and I sincerely hope that the press will realize that when I come back, I don't just come back to lord over anything. I just come back to make sure that the work of Lionism continues to go forward. I should have mentioned that the international president wants us to plant 1 million trees this year in our 206 geographical locations and countries. When I look at the vegetation in Tortola, I wonder where we are going to plant these trees. But I'm sure that we are going to do our bit right here in Tortola. Thank you.
I just again would like to say thank you to ladies and gentlemen of the media for taking time off from your schedule to be here to hear where our district governor and our vice district governor is taking the Lions movement for this Lionistic year. I know at this cabinet meeting we have a lot in store for our visiting Lions. So I too at this point in time would like to take this opportunity to say welcome to them all, and trust that we show you a true BVI hospitality and experience, so that when you leave you will be inclined to return shortly. With that said, I would thank you all for being here, and please do have a blessed day. Thank you.